Hello, and welcome back. So let's ask the angels, what message do we need to hear today? And we got our first card. Our first card is Divine Plan. As this card is coming up, I cannot ignore the fact that we are stepping into 2025, like we are wrapping up 2024 and stepping into 2025. There is a lot of stuff happening in 2025, a lot of things to look forward to when it comes to personal growth, spiritual path, and the development of your spiritual abilities. So if you haven't done so already, I highly recommend to look at your 2024 and kind of journal an overview of all the things that has happened this year, and then prepare for what's coming in 2025. Be more clear on what it is that you want in your life, what is important for you, because this is following your divine path. Your divine path, your spiritual path, your spiritual gifts, this is all there. So in 2025, there are great opportunities to open up these paths for you, these opportunities for you. And so be clear on what it is that you want, what it is that lights you up, what it is that you want more of, what it is that you want to change in your life. Because now, as we are, like I said, getting ready for 2025, become more clear of what it is that you want to create. So, this is a great card. Let's look now on the second deck. What do we need to hear today? Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's the first one. All right. So we have, I love where this is going. We have the Koala Spirit. And this one is a reminder that Spirit has a plan. This is going so well right now because I just spoke about everything that is happening astrologically in 2025, everything that is happening energetically in 2025, and we are really called to step into our divine path and connect to who we really are, what we have came here to do, and develop and expand our spiritual gifts. And here we got Spirit has a plan. So there's a lot of things that are lined up ahead. Great opportunities for us, for growth, for healing, for expansion. And this is really exciting. Now, exciting doesn't necessarily mean easy, but there are a lot of great things to look forward to. The third card that we have today is push through any insecurities. And so this card is lining up perfectly with what we spoke earlier, with the cards that we got earlier. This one is the first quarter moon in Cancer. So what that means is the first quarter moon is right after a new moon. That means new beginning. As we are transitioning from 2024 to 2025, we are in a new beginning phase naturally. So there's like an energetic shift that is happening naturally. Here we're speaking about emotions and things that kind of make you feel insecure. So as we are walking forward on our spiritual path, as we are following the divine path, there might be insecurities, challenges, and things that we signed up to come on earth to fulfill and to do with our spiritual gifts. But if we haven't practiced, if we haven't really explored our spiritual connection and spiritual gifts throughout our life, we might have these insecurities that I'm not good enough, the imposter syndrome of I can't do this. This is not me. So the angels here are really pushing us to really step into our higher version of ourselves and to connect with our own higher self, to connect with our spiritual gifts, to connect with all the tools that we have brought into this life so that we can move forward on our divine path. So this is the spiritual path that we're talking about. 2025, there's a lot of things that is happening, especially now that we switch in Pluto in Aquarius. We are on a completely different timeline, and so therefore all these spiritual gifts and all these things that you were meant to come and do, this is we are right on time. Like, this is the timing to step into that spiritual path, so to step forward on your spiritual path. So this is a great reminder from the angels to push through any insecurities that you may have. And I've been there. This is not easy to remove the conditioning that we grew up with, the collective consciousness of what we have been molded into, shaped our lives. By getting on our spiritual path, we basically have to remove all that conditioning, all the nonsense, all the things that are limiting us and disempowering us. So now is the time to get back into our full empowerment, to learn more about who we are individually, and to connect with all the parts of ourselves that we have ignored through social conditioning. So that is a powerful message. That is such a great message. Like, I feel the power through all these cards this morning. And so we got 2 cards from this. So our 4th deck today, we have 2 cards that came up. So let's start with the first one. Let love guide you. So I love that message. Choose to see the good in the world today. So let's talk about let love guide you today. Let love guide you. Let's start with that. Let love guide you. Love can be a word that has been used in so many ways. It has been diluted sometimes. It has been used in different ways, which removes its power. Love is like the highest frequency there is, and when you are stepping into that frequency, there can be no fear, worries, hate, anger. So there hasn't been much human on earth right now that have experienced a lifetime of only love, because we as humans are experiencing the rainbows of emotions. And so here, I really like let love guide you, because what that means is when you connect with your heart center, when you connect with your heart space, and we make so many decisions every single day, like thousands of decisions every single day. But a lot of it is repeated patterns. A lot of it is making the same decisions every day. And a lot of it comes from the mind. The head's making sense. We're going very logical. There's something magical that happens when we make decisions from the heart space. Because when we make decisions from the heart space, they are aligned with what we really deeply want. Not with what makes sense, but what we really deeply want. And therefore, we cannot make mistakes when we choose to make decisions from the heart space. The universe is going to step into making everything happen for you when you are aligned, when you are making decisions that are aligned with what it is that you want. So here, let love guide you is really about following the heart as the guide to any decisions that you have. And then you are stepping forward, taking actions on things that are fully aligned with what you really truly desire. And life becomes much more magical when we make decisions from the heart space. This is where you see the universe showing up for you. It's mind-blowing. So consciously become aware of all the decisions that you are making in a day. All the important decisions, obviously, but all the little decisions. Connect with your heart space. And this is where your path will become more aligned. It will be easier to step into your highest divine path. So, of course, underneath they said, choose to see the good in the world and every day. Yes, but really what I'm getting with today's message is to make these decisions from the heart. Then we have the card, which is write a letter. Write a letter to your inner child. Now, I love this. And I probably say this to a lot of cards. But every inner child in every one of us has been hurt, has been feeling neglected, has been scared, worried, feeling not loved or rejected. The little child in all of us, so our 1-year-old self, our 2-year-old self, our 3-year-old self, up until like our 15-year-old self, our 20-year-old self, or 20, like every part of us, of our past, is within us. And so if something happened when you were 5 years old and your parents weren't there for you, or people wouldn't see you or hear you or believe you, that child has been feeling hurt, has been feeling unheard or ignored. Well, there's nothing more healing than addressing that inner child. So yes, take 5 minutes to grab a pen and paper. I like it the old school way, but you can even email yourself. So grab your computer or your phone and email yourself. Dear 10-year-old me, what do you believe your 10-year-old me or your 10-year-old you needs to hear today? Take that time to ponder and to connect with that 10-year-old self. And what does she or he need to hear? Email. Write everything. I'm there for you. I see you. I hear you. I acknowledge what you're feeling. Hug her, him. Take that time. Imagine, if you can, imagine that child. Speak to him or her and tell the child what the child needs to hear today. You have no idea how this practice is powerful in healing. I've done so much inner child healing, and lately, when I was doing inner child healing, I would literally listen to her, my 4-year-old self. What do you want today? What do you need today? What would make you feel good today? And that has been so powerful on my own healing journey. So what a great message here, because I feel like as we, like I said, we're transitioning from 2024 to 2025. This is a great time, a great opportunity to, first of all, process your 2024. Don't bring in 2025 things that you haven't finished to deal with or process, or things that is not meant to keep going with you. So take that time to reflect on 2024, what it is that you want to be doing different in 2025, and take that opportunity. What has been coming up for you? When you think about your inner child, or writing a letter to your inner child, what age does your inner child, what version of you needs support right now? Go and support it now. This is super powerful. Super powerful. This is such a great healing tool. If this feels too emotionally difficult, start with an age that will feel lighter to you, would feel easier to do. Start from there. This is a practice, and we all have healing to do. It doesn't really matter what exactly we experience, because sometimes you could be a child in a grocery cart and your mother just went to grab something 3, 4, 5 feet away, and for a second you thought you have been left alone. From an adult perspective, it doesn't seem like very much, because you were right there and you always kept your corner of your eye on your child. But from the child's perspective, this could be very traumatic if the child has experienced some sort of some abandonment, So when you have the knowledge of an adult or a wiser person, you can speak to that inner child and say, your mother was there. I know, I acknowledge how you feel. You were worried or fearful that you have been left alone and abandoned. This fear is totally legitimate. And so speak to that inner child that way. Listen, acknowledge the feelings, and reassure the inner child that he or she is safe. And that is so powerful. All right, so our next card is the Knight of Wands, and I love this card deck. I love this card deck. So let me just grab here the book, because I love what they wrote. So I'm just gonna go and read that little part for you. The Knight of Wands represent adventure, pursuit, and passion. This card signifies the asker may be in a period where they are charging ahead with a creative project. Explore the horizon that exists outside your comfort zone. The Knight of Wands can also indicate travel and the urge for adventure. It is a time to embrace spontaneity and fearlessness. If travel is not possible, the asker is encouraged to try new activities and break free from their routine. So it goes really, really well with all the cards that we have pulled today, because we spoke about your divine path, the divine plan for you, what you have come on earth to do. 2025 is bringing a lot of stuff up as we're transitioning in that era of Pluto and Aquarius. A lot of opportunities for us to heal, to grow, and to develop and expand our spiritual gifting. This card is, yes, get out of your comfort zone. Let's go. We got this. I love how this is connecting with the Koala Spirit, where there is a divine plan for you. Push through any insecurities. You're charging ahead. Let love guide you. Connect with your heart space. Make decisions from your heart space as you are pushing forward through your insecurities and moving forward on your path. Knight of Wands is engaged and ready to go. And finally, yes, write a letter to your inner child. This is time to really connect to the parts of you that need support. Because when you are supporting yourself on that level, then you can move through bigger project, or you can take better, greater steps forward. You can leap forward, quantum leap forward. Like, there's so much opportunities here for personal growth, personal development, spiritual growth, and again, stepping into the highest version of yourself and fulfill what you have come here to do on earth in this lifetime. So this is such an exciting message. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please share and comment. Let me know if that resonates with you. I always enjoy hearing from you. On that note, I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day, and we'll be back soon. Hey, I just wanted to take a few minutes here to wish you an amazing 2025. Happy New Year. I hope that you took the time to reflect on 2024, leave everything behind so you can step forward lighter in 2025. I hope to see you soon.